This might just be the stupidest prediction for a stock in the history of stock. Morgan Stanley predict that in 2022, the top electric car stock will be Ferrari. Can't make this stuff. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans. I'm coming to you here from Melbourne, Australia. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Great to have you here, guys. Welcome back to everyone else. This year is going to be amazing. It won't be amazing because of Ferrari, that's for sure. Anyway, here's what Morgan Stanley has to say about Ferrari. According to a note released by the Autos and Shared Mobility team from Morgan Stanley and led by analyst Adam Jonas, Morgan Stanley's team of stock professionals chose Ferrari over other high-powered EV stock to be the firm's favorite electric vehicle stock for 2022. Now, all these picks included Rivian, Tesla, Lucid, BYD, Xpeng, NIO. All these stocks are traded on the NYSE, by the way. You can easily buy any of these stocks, but instead of picking any of these, Morgan Stanley went with Ferrari. As far as I know, Ferrari don't even make any electric cars and don't actually plan on making any at all in 2022. So I don't quite understand where they're coming from here. Someone's going to have to explain this to me in the comment section below. Here's what they said. Ferrari was listed as our new top pick, replacing General Motors, Morgan Stanley wrote in a note to investors released recently. They said, can justify 100% of the company's market cap with fine art ICE business. This leaves the EV business for free. This makes race our favorite EV stock for 2022. Now, in number 2 was Rivian, and Tesla sits in number 4 for Morgan Stanley's top picks, behind Freya, a Norway-based company in the business of manufacturing battery cells with sustainable energy. So as you can see here, this is not just stocks listed in the US. This is stocks listed all over the world. They decided that of all those, Ferrari was the top EV pick. I'm truly baffled. This is what Joey Klender had to say. Morgan Stanley's outlook on Ferrari is interesting, especially as the company has not technically made any formal statement regarding plans to transition to a full lineup of electric cars. The Italian company does have plans to launch its first all-electric model. But I've got to point out here, that is not for another 3 years. That's in 2025. Company boss, Ferrari's commercial boss, Enrico Galliera, said it would not produce any electric models until EV tech would allow the company to produce a car that fits with our position, Galliera said. If we bring in new technology, then we need to bring something new to the market. That's how Ferrari has always worked with new technology. The evolution of new technology is 100% in the DNA of Ferrari. But the thing is, Ferrari is saying, they've said this a couple of times, right? We haven't made an EV yet because the technology is not mature enough. They basically said the technology is not good enough to make a compelling product, so we're not going to make one. And I've read that numerous times from Ferrari. So what I'm confused here, how is it that Rematch and Porsche have made two of the most compelling products, plus Tesla with the Model S Plaid? I mean, these products are clearly far better than their ICE gas counterparts. Clearly, there's nothing in the world that can match that car. It's just too fast. Second to that is the Tesla Model S Plaid in terms of the quarter mile speed. So what are Ferrari talking about? I mean, it doesn't add up to me. Someone's going to have to explain this to me because I'm honestly not following what they're on about. Now, Ferrari's position regarding EVs was solidified in 2021, as they said during the Ferrari Q2 earnings call, I mean this is only 6 months ago, that executives welcome regulations that would restrict the widespread production of gas-powered engines. However, there could be a substantial wait for Ferrari to make a full-fledged shift to EVs. This is what they said. We'll have changes within the energy supply which could lead to having alternatives. For example, e-fuels or hydrogen, but that is really 2030, 2040. And most likely midpoint 2035, where we'll see this happening. What we want to make sure is to be able to use the technologies available, which today are going hybrid, and exploiting those to the fullest and to the best way possible. Now, Morgan Stanley placed an overweight rating on Ferrari with a $350 price target. That means that they think Ferrari stock is oversold and you should buy it. Currently, the shares are trading at $235. They're saying that next year their share price will go up to $350. Who knows? Who knows what would happen? I mean, who would have predicted at the start of 2021 that Ford's stock price would increase more than Tesla's in 2021? I mean, considering Ford had done nothing, it had decreased in value for four straight years. Imagine the returns on that. You buy Ford stock 4 years ago, 4 years later, it's worth less than you paid for it. Include inflation into that scenario. You've lost probably 50% of the value of your initial investment. And then all of a sudden, what happens? Ford starts to do things with electric cars. Investors like it. Stock price goes up enormously in the space of 12 months. Now, interestingly, this is what Morgan Stanley had to say about Rivian. 2022 will be a tumultuous year for the automaker's stock as it attempts to ramp manufacturing. Rivian will break ground on its second US facility during summer 2022. The new plant will be located near Atlanta, Georgia. So at least Morgan Stanley being realistic here in terms of the challenges of ramping up manufacturing. Obviously, GM's having a pretty tough time of it with the Hummer EV as they've only delivered one of those. Yep, it's called the Hummer One, so they delivered one. Anyway, moving on. Rivian, they've been given an overweight rating with a $147 price target. Shares were trading at $100 at the time of this video. Now, I personally bought Rivian stock when it was at $145, but I only invested $10 because I believe this would be a good thing to show you guys of how we can get carried away by hype and potentially make decisions that are influenced by emotions. Now, personally, I think Morgan Stanley are making a bit of a mistake here by saying that you should invest in Rivian as its share price will increase by 50% this year. Based on what information, I don't know they're saying that. Don't get me wrong, I love Rivian as a company. I would happily own one of their pickup trucks, bring them to Australia, Rivian, and I'll probably buy one. They're great. But the reality is, we're yet to see them manufacture these vehicles en masse, and that is the hard part of making EVs. In fact, that is what Legacy Auto are struggling with right now. Now, meanwhile, Tesla, they're ranked as the 4th best EV stock for 2022. While Tesla is not our top EV pick, it's arguably our most important stock. Not owning Tesla means not owning the one company that could make all your other EV names obsolete. A big fourth quarter delivery beat is just the opening act. Gigapress and Structural Pack come to life in 2022. And on that note, what is my favorite stock pick for 2022? Well, I've got a video coming up with my top 5 stock picks for 2022. I think if you actually press the notification bell, then you'll actually get more of our videos in your feed. So make sure you do that so you get notified when this video comes out. It will be within the next few days. This video will be based on the probably, I would say, 20,000 articles that I've read over the last 12 months. All the research I've done on the valuations of these companies, the number of vehicles they're going to be producing over the next 5 years. Fair bit has gone into it. So I hope you enjoy that video and hope you have an awesome day as well. Thanks for watching the channel, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Bye-bye.